Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video, I'm going through the Cage Rumble. So this Cage Rumble here, I'll break down into a few parts. I'll let you understand what kind of thing you should actually know to fight this kind of bosses. What is the team comp idea? What kind of animals you can actually replace certain animals as well. And most importantly, the showcase for today is actually getting S rank without actually having Lily. So this showcase today is provided by Manny. Okay, so Manny here, you can see the character that he's actually using. There's no Lily in it, and that's actually pretty free to play as well. We can see like RC, we can see Obo, we can see Valeria, we can see Chachi. So the other character, if you have other better unit or you have other replacement, I will also go through with the other replacement. So most importantly, you're going to understand what is the basic team comp idea and how to actually fight the boss. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna understand what is the basic concept, right? So special thanks to Clips, he's the one that actually break down every single detail you should actually use. So first thing, every boss have a very unique mechanic. So Nico Nana is every one debuff on Nico Nana, you increase the damage taken by 20% up to 100%. So for Nico Nana team, from this part here, you will already know that you want to keep Nico Nana to have at least 5 debuff active on her, so you can always maximize the damage taken to 100% on Nico Nana. Then this is the basic concept of Nico Nana as well, like the 60% damage reduction, you reduce 1.5% for every one single speed you're actually higher than Nico Nana. So you want to apply speed down on Nico Nana and speed up for your team, so you can have a better speed difference, so you can ignore the damage reduction and apply more debuff to on Nico Nana to increase the damage taken by 100%. So Nico Nana is more about speed and more about applying debuff. Then for Sharon here, every one buff on the attacker, which is my unit here, have every one extra buff, then our damage deal is increased by 20% up to 100%. So your team concept have to surround around keep 5 buff on your DPS. So unlike Nico Nana is 5 debuff active on her, while Sharon is 5 buff on above for your DPS to increase your maximum damage output. Then Sharon is immune to debuff as usual. So and then her plants involve when your ally take DOT damage. So you kind of want to maximize buff for your damage output and then for immunity. So immunity character here will play a very important role because you don't really want your character to get DOT damage proc and then involve the plant, right? And then Apate here, is it Apate? Then gains 12 stack of special buff. Reduce 1 buff every 1 damage taken, including White Fang damage, including every single proc damage you can able to do. So basically you want multi-hit on this team. When you remove entirely the special buff, then you increase the damage taken of the boss by 100%. So multi-hitter and speed control is very important because every time when the boss take the turn, then she will refresh the stack here. So you kind of want to keep maintaining the boss not taking her action and then proc all the stack as fast as possible so you can increase the damage taken by 100%. So this is some base concept you want to build a team. So here's some example good unit to bring for. It did break down like why are they good here. You can go check it out if you are really interested. It did break down every single thing, like what kind of unit, why is it good here. For example, like let's say Nico Nana, great DPS, 2 debuff including speed down. For example, why RC 77? Because you have attack down, defend down, and debuff extension. Debuff extension plays a very big role in Nico Nana, and then make it easier to keep up the debuff forever. So technically make Nico Nana always have 5 debuff above, so you can always have a damage taken increase by 100%. So it did break out very detailed. You can go through with this one, but this one is more like a universal kind of pick for your team. But now today, let's take a look at Manny's team. Alright, starting from here is from the Manny's build for the Cage Rumble. So the first one, we're gonna have Rosa as the main DPS from Manny. Is going for Nico Nana. So why Rosa here is because you can apply the stack that can let Rosa follow up damage, this Blade Heart Bloom, and then Rosa can apply speed down. Speed down will make the boss damage reduction reduce, and then speed down the boss and also increase a debuff proc. So it's a lot more easier to actually do damage to the boss, and not to mention Rosa have element advantage against Nico Nana. So this is the stat itself, focus on crit rate, crit damage, decent speed and attack. It's a very stacked White Fang, and also the gear itself. I don't have that gear as well, but he actually grinded a lot. And then this is the Rosa. Then the next one is Oboe. So Oboe here, your S3 have to be maxed. So the Oboe here plays a very important role is because DOT. Every DOT here counts as one debuff, so it will actually max out the debuff count on the boss very easily. And then most importantly is the stun. So you want to stun the other two mobs beside Nico Nana, so the mob can't really do some random stun on your target to actually fuck up your whole run, right? Then going for Codex of Magic, so you can double S3 instantly to try to stun the mob and also apply more debuff to the boss as well. Okay, oh, by the way, you can see the gear here, everything is just mix and match together because we don't really have a lot of good gear, like other than Rosa, other than very stacked Rosa as the main DPS. You can notice that the controller here, the gear is not even like a proper gear, okay? So he just used whatever he have, like not even a proper set, he can just mix and match together just to try to fit in, because not everyone have the equipment, the module for all three teams, right? Then for RC77, it's not a skill up RC77 as well, totally non-skill up, but you are just using this character here is for a lot of debuff, like attack down, you have defend down, you have a little bit chance to stun the beside the mob as well. And then your first 3 hit have 20% chance to set the target turn meter back 25%, so you can actually push back Nico Nana as well, and a 45% chance to extend all the debuff. So this combination, extend all the debuff here, actually plays a very important role with Rosa, because the problem with Rosa is every time the Blade Heart Bloom will actually get expired, because the Blade Heart Bloom is only for 1 turn. So with RC77 here, you can actually extend the debuff of it, so you can make Rosa's Blade Heart Bloom always on Nico Nana to keep casting the assist, so it plays a very important role. Then Tsukuyomi is your buffer for the team. It buffs up, it provides your team speed up, which plays a very important role, because the more speed difference, the more damage reduction you can ignore on Nico Nana, and applies attack up for your team. Not to mention, she also applies turn meter push, and then your S1 here also applies turn meter push for your highest attack, which is gonna be Rosa, and some AoE damage for the whole team, and also CD reduction for your whole team, and also shell reduction as well. So Tsukuyomi here plays a very important role as a CD reduction, turn meter pusher, and also a buffer. You can think Tsukuyomi of Lily. So if you have Lily, you can actually replace Tsukuyomi with Lily to make because Lily can also apply speed up, can apply crit damage up, and also assist. So Tsukuyomi basically is the lower version of Lily in a way for this team. Then the next one is going to be Mio. So Mio here is also the turn meter control for Nico Nana team, because can turn meter control, can also grant speed up for your whole team to basically make your speed difference even higher, and then got control to control the side mob there. So if you don't have Mio, you can actually replace with any other turn meter pusher. For example, Lily, if you want to play Tsukuyomi, and Lily also can. Then if you want to play, you can also put Marvel here as well. Depends on you. So basically, Mio here can be replaced with any kind of other supporter, like turn meter pusher or buffer for your team. So basically, this is a team concept. Everything is surrounding as the most stacked Rosa. Okay, so Oboe here, DOT, and also control for the mob. RC77, more debuff, and also turn meter push and extend the debuff. Tsukuyomi is to buff up the team and also turn meter push. Mio here is buff up your team and turn meter push. So everything about Nico Nana is surrounding around Rosa. Then the next one at team 2 is going to be fighting Sharon. So Sharon here, you are using he's using Holden. It's a pretty stacked Holden as well. He's going with 155 and then 75% crit rate, high crit damage, decent speed, no attack, and decent defense. So he did not focus on the defense stat, he mainly focused on crit rate and crit damage. He's going for Artisan here and going for Unbreakable and Bramble. He doesn't have Coloss Guard yet, so he did not have any like special equipment here. Everything here is just grinding through Tormenton and Doki Doki for the Bramble set effect, and also for the Unbreakable. Going for crit damage, crit rate, and another crit damage. So your Holden here will be your main DPS because of elemental advantage. Then the next one is Rahu. So Rahu here also plays as a DPS role, same with Holden. Beside Holden, both is a DPS here. Then for Rahu here is going for tanky as well. High crit rate, crit damage, and defense set, going for Artisan to apply more defense for your team. And not to mention that when you want to fight Sharon, you actually want more buff. You actually want more buff for your team, and then Rahul here can give your whole team defend up. So defend up basically for Rahul is a DPS stats, and for Holden is also a defense stats. And then he can give himself rob stack as well to increase the tankiness and also more DPS output. Then Linglor here is for cleansing and also apply immunity. Like I mentioned, when you're fighting Sharon, you want to have immunity uptime to maintain your team don't get DOT. So you have AoE heal here with immunity, you have extend your buff here and also heal your team. So extend your buff here actually pairs very well with Chachi the God, because Chachi the God here can apply immunity, apply define up for your whole team, and with combination with Linglor here, Linglor can actually extend all the immunity and the defend up buff as well. So your team can always maintain with a lot of buff stack and maintain your team don't get any DOT. So you notice that the Chachi the God here is not even a max skill. Okay, it's not even max skill, so you require a little bit more accuracy, and then but the equipment set itself is not even maxed out, right? Probably he don't have the max out equipment anymore, but basically you want Chachi to be high effect accuracy enough to apply the success and critical success. Then it's going with Gigabyte. You have noticed that the Gigabyte here is only a level 6 Gigabyte, so you just use whatever he have currently like left over. So Valerian here is just a typical Valerian, just built her high HP. Max out S3 is going with Jacko Guard to rotate the skill a lot more faster, and then it's going with time wheel set because you want to actually rotate the CD instead of making Valerian too fast. Time wealth here can actually make Valerian a lot more better rotation, so you can recast the S3 a lot more often as well. With the Hazy Dream here, you can also apply a lot of different kind of buff for your team to keep maintaining your team a lot more buff. So the DPS here is Rahul and Holden, because your team here actually apply a lot of defend up. Chachi applies defend up, Rahul applies defend up, Valerian here can randomly give you some buff as well, so it will maintain your team a lot buffs and also defend up to actually damage the boss. Then the last team here is going to be Doki Doki. Actually want to build Doki Doki tanky enough to survive, and most importantly the speed. But I think that many actually out of the module speed set already, so it's just randomly using what set he have. So but still he's going for Bramble, so you have 25% chance to counter attack with basic attack whenever they do damage, and every time you single damage to the boss, you also gain 1 stack of backup. So the backup here can actually help your team to cleanse debuff, for example the control effect. Then Striker here, I think that's the whatever leftover shell he have, so he's just putting the White Fang here. It's not even a set effect here, so I think just whatever shell he have left over. Then Blood buff here doesn't matter as well, because you can't even make a full set here. Then Claws here plays a very important role to debuff the boss and also make the boss slower because of the speed down and defend down, and also reduce the boss damage as well. So Claws here just built her speed and effect accuracy, going with Codex of Magic to double S3 to apply the debuff a lot more faster. Remoka playing the main DPS here, going with count here to increase attack and also apply lifesteal for herself, and then going with foray momentum. Okay, so this is basically your main DPS for your team, can be replaced with other main DPS as well, doesn't have to be Remoka. Then dating here also another main DPS, White Fang, very stacked White Fang, and also the module here is also a very stacked module, crit rate, crit damage, attack and speed. Okay, then the last one here is going to be Freya. So Freya here plays a very important role as well, but I think he also out of module. That's the reason why there's one missing piece here. But basically you want Freya to be built fast with decent amount of accuracy to land the Nightmare debuff, so you can always make the boss turn meter down and also debuff the boss. So as I mentioned, for this boss here, you want the boss to actually get hit a lot time and then actually get turn meter push a lot. So we have Freya here. Every time when you apply debuff to the boss, then you have 70% chance to reduce the turn meter by 3%, so you can always push down the boss. So Doki Doki, turn meter push your whole team. Claws debuff the ally, also can turn meter push combined with Freya, and then also have speed down to make the boss not that fast. Remoka, your main DPS output here, Dating your main DPS output here, and both of them can apply some debuff like vulnerable. Remoka here can apply speed down to the boss, and sometimes with stun with the mob, but I don't think most of the time it will work. So most likely it's just the speed down, and Freya here for the nightmare debuff and the turn meter push down. So this is how it will actually looks like. Alright, so already after breaking down the team idea, if you have still any question or what kind of replacement you have no idea about it, you can also feel free to comment down and let me know. I will try to recommend you an alternative. But now let's take a look at the showcase how the team actually work. So everything is still going to be same. Nico Nana is about the debuff, then Sharon is about your buff, Apate is about the turn meter down. Alright, so Mil will turn meter push control Nico Nana. Then you'll slowly apply the debuff to the boss. RC77 applies a lot of attack down and defend down to the boss. Then to Tsukiyomi, buff up your whole team. Then Rosa will apply speed down and also this unique debuff. So here's 4 debuff already. Then Obo will apply some DOT. Okay, it failed. But most likely, okay, we managed to stun the boss here. Sorry, the mob here. Okay, now you can see there's actually 4 debuff on the boss, and every debuff here actually get debuff extend due to RC77, so you don't really have to worry about the Rosa debuff get wear off. Then every time your ally actually crit on the target, then Rosa will follow up with a damage, and not to mention a little bit of turn meter down as well. And then the DOT here plays as a debuff, so you can max out the debuff count to 5 very easily. Then Mil continue to turn meter push the boss and also speed up your whole team. So basically this is for Nico Nana. You can see it's doing a lot of damage. Then for Sharon here, basically you're trying to buff up your team, keep maintaining your team have a lot like buff, like for example 4 buff to 5 buff. Okay, then you can see your main DPS output here, Rahul, have a little bit of buff here. Alright, a lot of DOT, right? But no worries, you have Linglo here to cleanse it later on. Alright, more DOT. Rahul do some damage here. Holden Artisan apply some buff. Dispel the boss, speed up. You can't debuff the boss at all, so that's the problem. Okay, do some damage here. Okay, Linglo will cleanse the DOT for you and apply buff for you. But the main DPS output is actually not from Sharon. You'll notice that the main DPS is actually from Nico Nana and Apate. So now let's take a look at Apate here. You apply a lot of debuff, you proc the special buff, so the boss here got exposed. His damage taken increased by 100%. Every time he take her own action, then the protective field will come back up. So you actually want multi-hitter here to proc away Apate's protective field. Then apply more debuff, try to turn meter down her, so you can actually have more DPS time. Alright, go back to expose now. Then do some damage. More debuff, turn meter down as well, so the boss can't really take action. So you can, it's a free DPS output moment the moment the boss get exposed. So this is like the base concept of every single team comp. So hope this video actually helped you guys out. If you are still suffering in Cage Rumble to trying to get a S rank. Alright, you don't have to be exactly have all the same unit. The DPS output basically can be replaced by other unit as well. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is JenMP, SPVCEJVMQ, Trendcan, thank you so much for your support. And also special thanks for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwalks, Rimu, Choni, Antonio Winterspoon, Cregren, Calamity, Rokos Tendions, Jordan Alons. Special thanks for your support. And also special thanks for the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ, RY, and X, Reeds. Thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest tag. Thank you so much for Code Wardeners, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Choni. Thank you so much for your support.